Hey. Three knocks in the mountain, nobody knows who came. One shadow in the sunrise, but nobody knows its name. A breath without a mouth, a fire without a flame. If peace is born from war, then who is left to blame? I heard it in the valley when the midnight started falling. Old stones started speaking, ancient echoes started calling. Something crossed the clouds but never touched the ground, and every broken weapon disappeared without a sound. I walk where the ashes remember every battle, where the kings lost crowns and the ghosts still rattle. 7 marks carved deep in the face of a stone, one for every kingdom that was fighting alone. 3 feathers floating where the cold wind bends. One points to the beginning, one points to the end. The third one disappears before it hits the floor, like a secret that was never meant to knock on the door. I saw 2 armies standing underneath the red sky. Both had swords in their hands, both were ready to die. Then a shadow covered everything above. No thunder, no warning, just silence and love. Tell me, what kind of beast makes a soldier drop steel? What kind of fire can make a wound heal? What kind of monster doesn't hunger for blood? What kind of storm leaves flowers in the mud? I followed the footprints, but they ended at the river. The water wasn't moving, but the moon started shiver. I heard a breathing sound underneath the stone, but when I looked closer, I was standing alone. A golden scale sleeping underneath the dust, a broken shield covered slowly in rust, and written on the wall in a language unknown: power isn't peace when the throne is your home. Not a king, not a god, not a demon from below, not a beast that comes hunting when the cold winds blow. It's the fire inside every heart that fuses the fight. It's the strength to protect without searching for a right. It's the ancient guardian sleeping beneath the skin, waiting for humanity to stop trying to win. Because victory means nothing when the world disappears, and a crown weighs nothing when it's built from our fears. So I looked at the mountain and finally saw 2 enormous eyes behind the ancient stone wall. Gold like the sunrise, deep like the sea, and somehow that creature was looking through me. The wings spread wide and covered the moon. The silence became like a sacred room. Then came one breath from the mouth of the night, not a breath of destruction but a river of light. The forest stopped shaking, the dead stopped crying, the river started moving, the ravens stopped flying. The battlefield vanished underneath the green, and every broken place became something unseen. A garden grew where the blood had been spilled, and the ancient beast watched completely still. Maybe the riddle was never about the beast, maybe the mystery was buried inside me. Maybe the fire was never meant to consume, maybe the darkness was making room for the bloom. What has wings but doesn't need to fly? What breathes fire but refuses to die? What guards the weak without asking for praise? What turns destruction into brighter days? The moon goes down, the mountains breathe, the ashes fall, the roots run deep. 3 feathers rise, 1 golden flame. The wings disappear, but nothing is the same. And somewhere beyond the